But anyway, I thought I'd just use up this wood. It's not a finishing, well, I mean it's not going to be perfect, it's just the way it is. This notch, yeah. Well, what had happened was I was taking bits of wood and then the robin came around, and I get the distinctive call of the robin when he's singing and he's happy. And there's other times that he warns about cats and stuff like that, but he's got a different way to tell you that there's a nest site. So it is illegal to disturb nest site. I couldn't see the nest, but I knew from his body language that I was encroaching something, so I decided to leave the rest of the wood. Well, it's 2:45 on it's Tuesday, I think it's the 23rd of May. Yeah, it is. I've been busy. I put in these borders in just to keep the gravel back from the pathway. I've done one there as well. I've got a gravel load coming, of course, on Friday, but this area will get one more skim. I decided to put my coal bunker here. I'll move my chopping block, you know, for the logs and splitting kindling. I'll probably put it over there a wee bit for a while. I've been busy. This is my next venture, but having moved the coal bunker, I've got two, one in here as well, you see. Did I say it's 2:45? Well, I think during my garden littering, when I was telling you I was moving some wood, the place is a gutter here, but don't worry about it. It's all, I'm absolutely heartbroken. I was totally 100% correct when I heard that robin in the bushes. I had no idea that a nest would possibly be built amongst this. I haven't seen any activity from the robin for days now, and no wonder. She's abandoned the nest and absolutely heartbroken. I've checked, the eggs are cold. There was 3 eggs. I'm really heartbroken about this. The last thing in my ever would be to upset any bird's nesting site, or indeed particularly a bird that comes to my garden all winter, who's my best friend, and he's not been around, he's gone. It's awful. I feel almost tearful. I went to move these slats, and because there was no activity, and the first thing, well, when I moved this one here in my hand, I saw this sitting. It's obviously been up here at some point, I think so now, anyway. But I thought, Robin, why did you put your nest in amongst all this wood? Did you not think for one moment that somebody might decide to move it? Of course, it's been there since it's been there for 18 months, I think. In September 21 I got it, so no wonder he thought it was safe. I'm really upset. Truly heartbroken, because that's potential for 3 wee birds to add to the declining numbers of garden birds everywhere because of cats. There's over 2 million little birds get killed every year by cats alone, never mind traffic. But this is a bad luck thing for me, I'm sure, because the robin's my friend and the eggs are stone cold. That day I heard the noise, remember I mentioned it to you. There's a difference between a singing bird, a cat well, a bird warning of a cat or some other preying animal. But so when I heard the cry out, I knew there was something in this area, and I immediately stopped what I was doing. But obviously there was enough movement to frighten the bird, and it's abandoned the nest, which happens, of course. So I'm really, really disappointed that that's happened. I had no idea. I'm sorry to go on, but I mean, I saw the robin that day, and he or she was going over into the hawthorn or something in here. I've not seen any sign of the robin since that day. That's a bad thing to happen, as a robin to desert you. I truly hope he understands, but the damage is done, Andy. After yesterday's terrible situation in regards to that dresser, it feels like I got immediate karma by doing this. I don't know, it's just something odd. I'm so orientated for any wildlife. I keep them fed all winter. I put water out for them. I wouldn't even harm a fly. I'd rather open a window and chase a fly out than swipe it. And any insects I see, I always say hello to them. And but this is the amount of work the bird's gone to not only find a partner in mating, which they were. I saw them all early spring going about together. So I'm disheartened, I have to say. I'm feeling just a little bit tearful, to be honest. That's our mummy's family, all because I decided to move some wood. Hello. He's a lovely little thing. He's very fond of oatmeal. He always comes down last to get his meal at night time. You see, I think what's happened is, in the simplest way, it's by me being back and forward, it's been over there in amongst the bushes. It's made a noise. I've had a look through, couldn't see anything, made a decision that there might be something behind this wood. Never for the life of me thought it was inside the wood itself. I've only discovered this just now by moving the other wood when I put it there. And what's happened is, if the eggs had been warm, then I've been able to walk back and perhaps even cover up again, but I've just seen no activity. There's nothing happening around here, and that's been for several days now. That bird has obviously made a decision that it can't get on the nest to keep the eggs warm, and it's just abandoned the nest. It does happen, and I'm pretty gutted, actually. I welcome all the birds in my garden. I can't believe this has happened. But as I say, the only saving grace for me is I would never have thought that in their life that a robin would have decided to build a nest amongst all this wood. But the fact she's not been around, it's She's definitely in the huff with me, more than that actually. She might never come back. Well, I've sat down with a cup of coffee to try and ponder things. I mean, the bees, we get on fine. Even while I was working here, I'd said to them, I says, I'll just be a couple of minutes, don't worry about me. I kept speaking to them, and they knew it was alright. You probably think I'm being oversensitive, but I'm not. I'm deeply, deeply hurt by what's happened, because if you flick back to that previous upload, Garden Witterings, when I immediately knew there was an issue, and because I've been working here today, I've not had any activity, I've not seen the robin since that day. That's why I went to start that job and move that bunker. And as I got through a few sections of the wood, I realised that there was a nest hanging down, and I mean the nest wasn't hanging down from the day that I took it. It was just there. Oh, you see, robins. If for example, she had your eggs hatched and she was sitting with the birds, I would have known at least, because I would have seen it back and forward to the bird table and back over into to that area. I would have clocked, but obviously I didn't know anything about it, and I never even knew that I mean, robins are notorious for building their nests in the oddest places. They don't go into bird boxes really. I mean, I've got an upturned kettle, you may have noticed, I don't know, on that tree, and that's the tent. The robin would choose that as a site rather than a nest box. They'll go inside your shed, they'll do anything if they feel it's an undisturbed area, but I mean, the robin's a sacred bird. The robin's, well, if it flies into your house, I'm not being superstitious, but because it's happened to me a couple of times. If it flies into your property, it denotes the death of a loved one. The last time it happened, my granny died. That was in 2013, I think it was. Yeah. One of my grands, at least, not my other gran that I talk about a lot. Died many years ago. The three little birds that could have come into the world, which I would have been able to nurture and feed and water and welcome so readily, like I have in the past. I've seen many baby robins in this garden of mine over the years, but sadly that one's gone. And the worst of it is this year, it's there's less cats in the village than there's ever been. I used to be plagued with cats in my garden, but apart from that ginger cat that nobody knows who it is who I've not seen for weeks and weeks and weeks now. It's one of these things that all these types of jobs that you should do in the winter. I'm sorry I sound a bit sad today, but this has hurt me. That all these type of jobs that I'm busy undertaking just now should really be done in the early spring or even the winter time. And anything that's not cleared should just be left alone. But I have to try and push on while I've got some energy, and that's the reason I've been trying to landscape and get things done accordingly. But it's one of the reasons. I mean, I abide by these rules, even these hedges. between March, end of March and end of August, you're not allowed to cut them. And yet I see farmers, and I mean, farmers know the law. You're not meant to be with these big whacking machines. Really, I've complained so many times about it, that they zip along the highways, whipping, smashing the hedges to bits with these big cutters. And I've complained a lot. A number of years back, was it 2014, 2015 time on the Manee Road, I saw the duck settled against the dike, and I had a peer over, and she was sitting on top of eggs. I knew she was. And I walked out to the village and a bit further on, and when I came back, a machine had come along and cut all the verges and killed the birds and the chicks. I complained immediately. And I complained about the wildflowers getting cut back and stuff, but so what they do is they now only cut 1 metre, and then they extend it to 2 metres, but whoever this was just fucking demolished the whole thing. Anyway, I'm sorry I've been going on too much about this, but I am hurt today because of what's occurred. Especially that just finally, actually, just the fact that I've befriended that bird since it came to my garden last August, and I saw the two of them going around all spring, happy as anything. We'll nest in Andrew's garden because he's a good guy, and look what's happened. I was just thinking there that on the Sunday morning, when I came through for my first coffee, I noticed in the Lelandie hedging there, that big bundle of white fluff, and I couldn't ascertain where that came from, what it was doing there. It wasn't there on the Saturday night. And I'm just thinking there just now, I wonder if that's what that was. That's the bird taking that out of its nest. I know this sounds ridiculous, but I wonder if it's left that as a statement and say, "Oh, thanks very much, Andy, for fucking up my nest." Anyway, I phoned the RSPB just to let them know. Quite conscientious about that, just worth mentioning to them, and they were quite good about it. They just said these things happen, it's unfortunate, it's nothing intentional there, but I said I was just saddened by the whole event. He said, "You just got to continue looking after them." I said, "I will do, but I wish the robin would just appear and say, look, it's all forgiven," but I don't think it's going to. Anyway, I'll keep you posted if I see the robin again, eh?